podcast with Lisa Watkins. Real talk for every runner. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Bib, the podcast for every pace, every runner, and every story. And I am your host, Lisa Watkins. Thank you so much for coming back and spending some time with me. Today we have a wonderful episode. We are talking to Dr. Erick Kigen, the race director for an upcoming new race to Huntsville called Run with Kenyans. Now, don't let that worry you, and please don't feel intimidated, even though I did a little bit when I first started to talk to him, but he actually really quickly just made me feel at home and at ease. And I think this is actually going to be a wonderful event for our community, no matter your pace. All right. Before we get into the interview with Dr. Kigen, let's go into our first segment, the good reviews and bad jokes. If you remember, I introduced that on the last episode. So here's the thing. If you leave me a good review, either on Spotify or Apple Podcast or whatever platform that you listen to your podcast on, I will call you out and give you a bad joke dedicated just to you. Now, I understand that it takes a lot of effort to go out and put forth a review, so I'm actually opening this up just a tad bit. Not just a review, but if you give me a comment on the podcast platform, that actually counts as well. And so this week's good review, bad joke goes out to Michelle Edge, who left a wonderful comment on the last episode. If you guys have not listened yet, you should go out and check that out because it was really quite funny. And we did, in fact, survive the Rainsville Freedom Run 10K this past weekend. So you go put all of those pieces together and you'll understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. So thank you to Michelle Edge for the comment on the podcast. And now here is your joke. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because they were outstanding in their field. But all the fanfare. All right, you guys. We will see you on the other side. I cannot wait for you to hear this interview with Dr. Erick Kigen. I think you're going to enjoy it as much as I did because he truly was a delight to speak to. All right, we'll see you on the other side. Welcome, Erick, to Behind the Bib.
Thank you, Miss Lisa Watkins. I appreciate you having me on their podcast. Thank you.
Of course. I saw your video. I think you were interviewing or like one of the girls that was at the big run recently. And I had no idea you were there. And I saw your video and I was like, I wish I could have got to meet you in person because we were in the same place at the same time. But there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of friends.
Yeah, I wish I would have met you too, but I didn't know there was a lot of people. There was good vibes, and it was just good to interact with a lot of runners in the community here in Huntsville. And I wish I would have met you, but good to meet you here.
I know. And I'm going to be out of town for your race, so we'll have to be sure to connect at an upcoming race outside of the ones that we've kind of crossed paths without, like, kind of ships crossing in the night without being able to connect with one another. But I did reach out, like, I think we connected through the We Run Downtown Huntsville, the pub run. And because I had made a post about upcoming races and things like that. And then I think that's how you connected with me.
Right.
Yeah.
I posted, I saw you posted there that you're looking for race directors, and I commented on your video, and I also sent you a direct message on your Facebook, and you reached out, and here we are, and I appreciate that. I'm honored, and it's my pleasure to be here.
Oh, no, I'm the one that is honored. I have the easy job. I sit in a chair and I hit a few buttons and I talk. That's what I do. And then I go run. I mean, what you do is much, much more. So, but before we get into your race, let's talk about, like, I haven't gotten a chance to get to know you. So let's talk a little bit about you, Erick, and where you're from, what brought you to Alabama, how did you get into running, and kind of go from there. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. I have a long story. I don't know if you have time to listen to it.
My computer's charging now. We're good.
We're good. Okay. So I'll start first by saying my name's Dr. Erick. Keep quiet, Kigen.
Okay.
Okay, so I specifically use keep quiet. Not many people use that. My mom's the only person who uses that because I'm a Kalenjin. So a Kalenjin is a tribe from the Rift Valley, and that's where I'm from. So Rift Valley, especially the North Rift. So I'm from a county called Wasingishu, just east of Eldoret. A lot of runners may be familiar with that. So east of Eldoret.
Okay.
Sergoit is my village. You've heard about E10 probably. So E10 is a lot of famous Olympian runners from all over the world. They go there and train because of a high altitude. So where I come from, it's around 2,300 to 3,000 feet above sea level. So very high altitude. So that's where I'm from. And that's where I started running. That's where I lived for almost 20 years of my life before coming to the United States. I came to the US through athletic scholarship. I got a full ride to run in a small private school in Nashville, Tennessee called Belmont.
You went to Belmont?
I went to Belmont Bruins, yes.
I did not know that. It's also a music school, isn't it?
It's also a music school. All my roommates were all music majors, music vocal engineers, and it was just good. But one thing that I wish I would have done is learn how to play instruments.
Was learn how to play an instrument? You
didn't play an instrument because all my roommate was like just there playing guitars, and we had people playing pianos, producing music, and a lot of them, like all my roommates did that. But I was just busy. I used to run almost 70 miles a week, and we have meets. So I didn't get a lot of time to learn how to play. But I want to learn how to play piano. But one of these days I'll get back to it.
70 miles a week. That was just your like normal.
There was no life, just school, running, homework, sleep, work. That's it. All my 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how I got an opportunity to come to the US, was through a track scholarship and cross country.
Athletic scholarship. So what was your event, if you don't mind me asking?
So I used to run anything from 400. I would be put to 400. 800 was my specific event. So middle distance and long distance. I ran 5Ks. So you run indoors, outdoor, cross country. So indoors, I'll run 800 a mile. Outdoor, I'll run 800 specifically. That's why I was a conference champion, Ohio Valley Conference in 2015. Yeah, okay. So 800s, and then I'll do 5K. I did some steeple. I was thrown into steeple one time because a school record had stayed there since 1993. So the coach was like, go and try. And my first steeple, I broke that record. So that was
wait. You did steeple. What are you saying?
Chase. I ran a steeplechase.
The steeplechase?
Yeah, 3,000 meter steeplechase. Yeah.
Oh, 3,000 meters.
And the reason I ran that was just to break the school record, and I didn't run much of that because I was 800 meter run. And just to get points, when you are in college, you run basically to accumulate as much points as you can. And then cross country, we'll do 8Ks and then 10Ks for regionals and nationals, and then so that's what I did.
Okay, I'm gonna confess something to you.
Okay.
Dr. Erick. Can I call you Dr. Erick? Is that okay? Can I call you Dr.
It's okay. You can call me Dr. Kigen, but you can call me Erick. It's all good.
I'm a little intimidated.
Why? No. That's totally good. No, you shouldn't.
I am. Okay, so I professed to you at the very beginning, and if you've listened to any of my other shows, I'm very much a back of the pack runner. So, and that's one of the reasons why I started Behind the Bib, was to just create this space so that other people that might be like me, I can kind of lower that barrier of entry to help encourage people to, like, wherever you are in your running journey, to just show up, right? Just start where you are, start showing up, and just get out there, because there's all kinds. There's people like me out there, and then there's people like you out there. And I'm a little scared because
and I'll tell you a story. I was where you are. I'm still there because and it's about the myth that people have, like, oh, Kenyans are first. And I want to break it down because I wasn't the fastest kid in my school. I was always last. Kids laughed at me. Growing up, I've had family members who are very successful runners, but myself, even by the time I was in high school, that I knew I was in ninth grade, that's when I knew about the athletic scholarship that is being offered in US. But by then I used to play field hockey. And I used to be last kids used to
Wait,
be
did you just say hockey?
field hockey, yeah.
Oh, field hockey. Okay,
Field
I was
hockey.
like,
Yeah, no,
wait,
not the ice
there's
hockey.
hockey in Kenya? You blew my mind. Okay, okay. Sorry, I was like,
hockey,
how
field
does that work?
No, field hockey. Yeah. But I understand. So don't be intimidated. And that is why I'm here today to tell you that there's a lot of people think that if you run, you want to be an elite or compete at the highest level. So one time, so when I was getting my doctorate, my research was on elite runners. Yeah. So basically, when I was doing my dissertation, I was looking at middle and long distance runners, comparing the US world-class athletes and Kenyan world-class athletes.
Oh my God.
And I was looking at effects of running in hot and humid environment, because I'm sure, as you understand, they do Summer Olympics or World Athletic Championship during the summer. And it's always hot and humid. You go to Eugene, Oregon, or you go to Beijing or Tokyo, it's always hot and humid. And most runners, even though they are prepared for those championships, when it's hot and humid, most runners don't finish, or they get what is called exertional heat illness. And that affects all of us due to global warming. I guess like July is always the hottest month in the world. It's getting hot and hot every day. So I'm looking at ways and techniques runners use to acclimate to those environments, right? But now, one time, I'll get back to why you shouldn't be intimidated and why we should encourage other folks to run and not just to be an elite for you to be a runner. So one time I reached out to one of the professors at Harvard because I wanted to do a postdoc there. And I reached out, I was like, hey, I'm just interested. I like what you study, because he does evolutionary biology and it's runners and biomechanics. So I reached out. I was like, yeah, I'm excited. I just graduated. I want to do a postdoc at Harvard. And I told him what my research was on elite runners. And his response was like, wow, that's so cool. But think about this. We have 1 or 2 people, less than 10 people that can run a marathon, which is 26.2 miles, as fast as they can. But now think about the 8 billion people in the world that, we look at all these chronic diseases, look at heart diseases, #1 killer in the world, not just in the United States. Look at different types of cancer. Look at now, we're looking at technology and people are not moving as much. So he's trying to look at ways that we can get the 8 billion people, and then there's this elite 1%, on how are we going to encourage those people to move, and physical activity, just doing activities of daily living. And from then I was like, well, this is it. Let's involve communities and let's encourage people to walk. Let's encourage people to do physical activity. It doesn't have to be running 26.2 miles. It doesn't have to be as fast as you can, And then I was like, oh, that changed my perspective, right? And now I started looking at physical activity, exercising, just normal people, encouraging them to get out of the couch and go and run and do things. And that's how I am now. I don't usually focus on, elite. I'm like community. It's a whole collective responsibility of us to encourage everybody. So if we say run with Kenyans, it doesn't mean like, oh my gosh, he's so fast. And when I was giving out those flyers, everybody was like, no, I don't want to run with Kenyans. But I want you to calm down. Let's walk and move. And guess what? Let me challenge you. If we're going to run 1 mile, right? There's a person that can run that 1 mile in 5 minutes. You may run that 1 mile in 15 minutes. Guess what is constant is the distance. All of us are going to run a mile.
Yeah, you are correct.
If you're going to walk, if you're going to jog, if you're going to go as fast as you can, that's the beauty of it. I like staying at the finish lines, looking at even the person who came like second last. They're always so happy. There's a joke I saw that the only thing you're allowed in Alabama is the runner's high. The only high now is the runner's high. So it's like there's that joy in like people finishing and just running and the joy. And that's what I encourage. Yeah. So that changed.
I love that.
Yeah. So that changed my perspective. So let's go out there and just run, move out, just move. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So I hope you're feeling better now.
You know what's so funny? I usually get on here and have to set the other person at ease, and that role has been reversed in this conversation. You have now set me at ease, and
I hope some of your listeners that thought, oh, we need to just run fast. No, just let's move and work.
Let's just move together. How about that? Let's go
Let's
out.
just move together. I like
Let's
that.
just move together.
And you know what? That reminds me of a proverb. There's an African proverb. Probably about it. It says that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Go together.
Let's do it. Let's go together.
I know that one. That one, oh, that's one of my favorite ones. And actually, it's my husband's signature. You know how you sign your name and it's your name, and then you can put your signature below. That is my husband's signature, and it is one of my all-time favorite quotes. I love it every time I get an email from him. It makes my heart sing. Like, oh, and I love that you brought that.
Sorry, I took over your show, and I kept talking and talking. Sorry, I took over.
No. See, you know what is so funny? We come on here, and I want the podcast to talk to local race directors and run clubs. I don't know if you've met David Whitehead from Rocket City
Runners. Him. Yeah, I met him on that last weekend.
At the big run?
Yeah, the Rocket City Runners.
Yeah, great group. Really focused on community. Jeff and Jerry Plain with the We Run Downtown Huntsville, the pub run every Wednesday night. Again, tremendously focused on community. And it's amazing. The more people that I talk to on here and just out in runs and etc., it just comes down to we are all covering the distance together, and everyone talks about the community aspect. And it's hardly ever that I hear somebody is like, oh, well, what time or whatever. They don't talk about that. They talk about the community. And I think that is just something that we all have in common. In your time, either in Kenya or your time at Belmont or your time since Belmont, do you have a favorite running story that you would like to share with the listeners?
Yeah, so I just have one story, and this set up a tone for me to actually do what I do and run. So this happened way before even I've had the small stories, but
we all do. We all have a
yeah. But one story that really got me into running.
Okay.
I started running at a younger age because I used to run to. I told you I'm from Sergoit, which is it's my village in Eldoret, just east of Eldoret. I used to run to school when I was less than 8 years old. Okay. So I would run to school and run back. So that's how I got introduced to running. I would go run to school as fast as I can. And then so that you don't get late, because you had to be in school by, let's say, 8 o'clock. So you're there 8:01, you got punished. So you had to run as fast as you can. And then during lunchtime, you had to run back home for lunch. And then sometimes, you go back to school in the afternoon. So we got used to that culture of just running. To tell you the truth, I've never used a bus or being taken to school by a private vehicle, ever.
Really?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Ever. Yeah, and I went to boarding school. So after that, when I got into fourth grade, that's when I went to sixth grade. I went to a boarding school. But never have I used public transportation or private transportation to go to school.
Yeah, we could play never have I ever. Never have I ever run to school and then ran home for lunch and then ran back to school.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, never have I ever done that.
And then when I was still younger, my father used to be a smoker. Okay. Yeah, so it's not good. Smoking. No, it's a risk factor for so many other bad things. But so what he did, you know how you have like a sand timer?
Yeah.
But now I'll introduce you to something that I've never even said. Spit timer.
A spit timer?
Yeah. So like this is how it works. So my dad would send me to buy a packet of cigarette 2 miles away. And he would spit on the ground and he would tell me, run as fast as you can before that spit dries up. So every time I would go to the shop, I'd just keep running, thinking about that saliva. Oh my God, I want it to be dry. So I would run as fast as I can, tell the shopkeeper, boss, I need a cigarette, and then run back. There's no time I go home before that saliva was dry.
Before the spit timer.
Yeah, speed timer. So that's my speed timer. So that's how I started running. And then I had, yeah, speed timer for real.
I've never heard that. Oh my gosh, that's
I came
incredible.
up with that because, yeah, that's how you just speed and just run as fast as you can. Make sure that speed doesn't dry up.
That's incredible. I had no idea what you were going to say when you started saying that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that is not where my head. Okay, holy crap.
Yeah.
So tell me about the weather in Kenya. Is it as humid as it is here in the southeast? So you talked about the elevation and the elevation being really high, and so the air might be a little thinner, and the heat, obviously, but the humidity levels, are they about the same? Is it
So it varies.
dry?
So Kenya itself is almost the size of Texas.
That's big. Well, for a country,
Yeah,
Texas is huge for a state, but like,
yes. And where I'm from, Eldoret, in the Rift Valley, it's not very. It can be humid, but not very humid.
okay.
The average weather is usually around 72, which is nice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Yeah. So the only seasons we have, so we don't have a lot of variance in season. So we should have either the rainy or dry season. We don't have winters, like great crazy winters. I had never seen snow until I came to the US. So when it gets hot, it's not very humid. It can be heat. If you go under the tree, it's cool.
mm-hmm.
But now the northern part or the coast is always very humid, like Mombasa, which is the Indian Ocean.
Yes.
The Indian Ocean is, or you go to the Turkana, which is really hot. Turkana is the northern part of Kenya.
Okay, northern part.
And one thing about Turkana, if you didn't know, is the cradle of human. Like the first humans were almost from that area. Yeah.
Like Lucy and
Lucy, yeah. Oh, Lucy, yeah. So Lucy was from the Turkana area. So that area is kind of hot and dry. So it's almost like a heat. It's like a Phoenix, Arizona kind of heat. So it can be very hot and not humid. So you come, here in Alabama, it's hot and muggy, or Tennessee, or like Louisiana, southern parts, like can be hot and muggy. But sometimes there it can be hot and dry. But now if you go to the coast, that's when it's more hot and humid.
Hot and humid there.
Yeah.
I'm doing my third, I'm going to start training for my third marathon this summer. And this time it's in Scottsdale. Excuse me. It's in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, I love Scottsdale. Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't run in that kind of dry heat before. I mean, outside of just like going on vacation or whatever, I've never done a race in that kind of dry heat before. So I'm a little like, I think it's going to be a little interesting. It's in November, so it shouldn't be that hot, but I still think it'll be interesting because I'm so used to the humidity, and I'm not sure exactly how to prepare for like I don't expect the temperature to be really high, but I do expect it to be really dry. And I don't know how to train for really dry when you're here, you're in the southeast. I can't run in the sauna. I guess I could put a treadmill, get a sauna.
You can actually do the sauna. And some of the things that I found out in my research, because I was researching, as I told you. So you just need 7 to 14 days to be fully acclimatized for those environments. So, for example, if you're going to Scottsdale, it's dry heat. You can do a sauna so long as it doesn't have, humidity or like a humidifier or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do that for 20 minutes a day for like 60 minutes. You get those adaptations. Basically, your sweat rate will increase. You're sweating early. Your sweat will be more dilute. So it's basically just trying to physiologically help your body. And the heat tolerance will be better. And it doesn't take long. So other studies have shown 5 days, others 7 days, 60 minutes to 90 minutes. So
7 to 14 days. Okay.
It takes only 7 to 14 days, whether you're, regular jogger or elite runner. It doesn't take long. Yeah. And then it lasts you for another, 3 weeks. And then basically few days before, you can also, you can just overdress a little bit or go to that environment maybe a week before or like few days before. It will take 2 to 4 days to reacclimatize to that natural environment. So there's many ways you can actually acclimatize. And that's what I was trying to compare. And I found no significant differences from people from Kenya or the US. So you can even overdress. If I overdress and I get acclimatized.
Really?
Yeah, other people use heat chambers and other people use sauna. Other people use hot water immersion. You can get into a hot tub a couple minutes after you run. Anything that will raise your temperature.
Yeah.
For just a couple minutes, let's say 20, 30 minutes. That's how you acclimatize. So a lot of people are not very intentional about it, but like it doesn't take 14 days, acclimatize to that heat. Like it's almost like putting that stimulus, that heat stimulus to your body. And that's how you acclimatize. Yeah.
I am going to take your advice on that. And I think, we were planning on going out and staying a little bit later, but I think going out a little bit early instead. And then acclimatize to the current climate, and then maybe ahead of that, then doing what you're saying is doing some intentional sauna sessions in the dry heat to get your body used to it coming up to leading up to the race. Hey, you guys heard Dr. Kigen there. That's some serious takeaways there if you're doing the Every Woman's. I do have people that listen to the podcast that are also doing the Every Woman's Marathon. That's the one in Scottsdale, with me in Arizona in November. And so that is an excellent tip.
No problem.
Awesome. Thank you.
No.
So why don't we talk a little bit about the race that you are directing and how it kind of came about? Like, tell us things like where it's located, the charity that you're working in coordination with, and the different distances that you have, like just all the like race type details. So give us like kind of the down low on the race. What's going to go on?
Okay, so the race itself, it's called Run with Kenyans, Kalenjin Heritage. So Kalenjin, which is as a tribe in Kenya that are known mostly for running. So the race will happen at John Hunt Park in Huntsville, June 22nd. At 7:30 a.m. So in the morning. So at least it will not be super hot. So that may help a little bit. So the reason we put that race up, basically because the organization have a conference. They have their annual conference in Huntsville. So usually it's called Gotapka.
Okay, can you spell that for me?
So it is GOTABGAA. Gotapka. Gotapka. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So Gotapka basically means it's a Kalenjin word. Kalenjin word means almost like a home house or mother, like a home, a house. Yeah. A house.
Beautiful.
Home house. Like it's a home house. So it brings people together. And their mission basically is to help with, raising community awareness, helping with members of that organization, Kotapka International. So we have different chapters across the United States, and every year we just meet together. So members from Arizona, members from Georgia, members from Ohio, members from Texas, we meet once a year just to celebrate and check on each other.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so this year they chose to come to Huntsville. And so the conference will be there from June 19 to June 22nd. And there's a lot of activities, and we've had a pleasure of being supported by Huntsville's Mayor's Office, Office of Multicultural Affairs. Thank you to Dr. Randy Bober, who has supported us a lot, and also the Conventional Bureau, which helps with visitors. They gave us some welcome handouts, the bags, and also the brochures on like the maps on how my visitors or how our visitors will be moving around the town. So we expect them to go to the Rocket Space Center to visit. We'll go to the Burj in the mountains for the kids. We expect around 60 kids that will go to the museum, learn about Alabama. We expect them to go to the botanical garden. And on Saturday, we will be at Brahan Spring. So we'll be doing a lot of outdoor activities there. On Sunday, even we have the race. So the reason we have the race there, because this community, Kalenjin, are known for their prowess in running middle distance and long distance. So we're just extending our invite to the community to come and celebrate. Look at our, we'll be playing some music. We'll talk, just running and just having good vibes. Just extending that so that you can feel that theme. Our theme this year is global connections, celebrating diversity, fostering unity, and also promoting physical activity, health, and wellness. So all those are our themes. And we feel like us inviting the community. And I've reached out to a lot of running groups here in Huntsville. Reach out to Rocket City Runners. They're doing an amazing job. Our friends there. There's some Kenyans within that group as well. I have reached out to Fleet, Huntsville and Madison. They're supporting us through Suzanne. Probably you know her.
Yep. Suzanne's awesome.
Yeah. They're sponsoring our race. A lot of their runners will be running. Paula, I don't know if you know her, Rivera. Paula. She runs Paula, Paurla, and Vince. Is that Rivera? Is his name? There are couples that run from the Latino community.
Oh, yeah. Perla and Vincent.
Paula and Vincent, yeah.
There we go. Yes.
So they're my friends because I've run so many races here locally, and I'm friends. So we have there, and then we have Huntsville. They go for Huntsville Track Club. So a lot of people from the running community here knows about that race. And also I have friends there that I've told them about the race. So everybody's invited. It's just a community come together just to celebrate. And we're extending that as part of our conference. We're like, oh yeah, we're in town, come and run. It's just for health and celebration.
And don't be scared.
Yes. Yeah. I just love running and I want to get that energy out there. So don't be scared that it's Kenyan. No, we're just out there to have fun and come together and just celebrate. And what I'm going to do it differently this year. So the first 1 mile, everybody's welcome. Bring your kids. The first 1 mile, and we'll start that. The first 1 mile, everybody's going to work, and kids can run. The first 1 mile, we can use it as a warm up, and then we'll do a 5K. So by 7:30, be out there. We do the mile together. Because I'm looking at it as a holistic approach. Okay, there's a social aspect, there's a physical aspect, spiritual aspect, environmental aspect. So it's just about everything. A person is a whole. So we can do that together and then do the 5K. At least we'll have an hour to get all those done, and then we'll have some prizes and just fellowship together.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Tell me, so is it the you said you're going to have a 1 mile and then first in the front, and then you finish with the 5K, and then it's at John Hunt Park, which we were just there for the big run a couple of weekends ago, and or actually it was the big run Huntsville was during the week. It was on Wednesday night
during Global Running Day.
Yeah, for Global Running Day. Yeah. And we were there, and John Hunt Park has that wonderful rubber track. Like it goes through the whole course, right? So the cross country course goes partly on the grass, but you're not on the grass at all. You're doing like 2 loops of the rubber track loop. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. So for the 5K, we're going to do the loop itself, and also depending on the weather. I know the weather. Hopefully, it doesn't rain. So because I really wanted to do the mile around the cross country course, so that everybody's there and everybody can see everybody. So yet to be determined if it rains. If it doesn't rain, we can do the first 2 miles just around there as a warm up, and also people doing the mile. And then we do around the rubber track.
If people haven't run on that rubber track yet, if you're like new to running, or if you're listening, or if you just haven't run in that area of Huntsville yet, it's like John Hunt Park is really close to South Memorial Parkway and Airport Road. Or I guess on that side it's like Johnson Road, but it used to be the cross country park, and then they redid it. And then they put in this wonderful rubber track. And it was maybe 10 years ago that I posted on Facebook when, folks weren't even using Instagram at that time. I posted, was like, is there anywhere in Huntsville that has a rubber track? Because it feels so good. like you run on asphalt all the time, and sometimes you have to run on concrete, and sometimes you have to run on the treadmill, and that's all fine. But every now and then, like if you do trail runs and you get the really nice, like those, the canopies of pine trees where all the needles have fallen on the trail, and it creates this like spongy nature in the trail. It feels so good on your feet and on your knees, and like it just travels all the way up to your hips and your back, and everything feels better. That rubber track feels like that. That's what it feels like when you run on the rubber. And it's not a track at John Hunt Park. I'm calling it the wrong thing. It's a path. It's a rubber path.
Cross country, like, yeah, it's a path, just a rubber path, like
Yeah, it's a rubber path. It's not like a 400-meter rubber track. So don't
a
envision.
2 mile loop.
Yeah, it goes yeah, I think it's 2 miles, but if you cut off that one little piece, it's like, yeah, it's right at 1.5 miles. So if you do 2 of those, then you do the 3.1. And then most of it is flat, but the little back part of it has like just this little gentle hill rise. So the whole thing isn't extremely flat, but the back of it does have a little bit of a rise. But the benefit is that you get a little bit of a downhill too out of it.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because I think it's like 84 feet elevation. So
yeah, so it's not much, right? 84 feet. Now, since I ran the Freedom Run this weekend, 84 feet is like nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, you'll just
nothing compared to
with adrenaline, you just run.
Yeah, it's over like that.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful path, and John Hunt Park is a great park. It's a great asset to the city. So you talked a little bit about the nature of the course itself, of the race itself. What would you think sets you apart from the other races that might be going on the same day?
So I think just the fact that we have visitors and a lot of them will not be here. And I want this race to be here because now it's just some of the process just can go to the charities like Rocket City Runners that encourages people to be out there. And I love that they change where they meet every other week. And they're very organized. They lead with warm-ups, stretching, and it's almost they're speaking the same values I'm putting out there. It's almost like holistic part. You know, I think they have an event coming up for like a field day or something for adults.
Oh yeah, they have adult field day.
Exciting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's just, even if the visitors would be gone, we'll have ourselves. We have other Kenyans who live here locally in Huntsville. So we want to encourage people to be going out, joining those groups, and supporting those groups. We have the same race again next year, so we have more people coming in. So it's just getting everybody from the community, encouraging. It takes all of us. So it's almost like a micro environment, your household, encouraging people to get out and run. And then we have a community collective responsibility. You know, in Kenya, we say it takes a village to raise. So one child if you do something there in the streets, somebody else from the village can punish you because like it takes a village. So for us to be healthy and have a healthy community, it will take a collective responsibility of everybody to get people out there and moving. So even what sets me apart is just we have visitors. Most of them are known as one of the fastest tribes on the planet. But when you come there, you will realize that, oh my goodness, they're just normal runners like you, recreational runners. So visitors are there. They would like us to come out and engage with them, ask them questions. They can teach you some Swahili or Kalenjin words. So that's why that 1 mile is just more socializing. So it will be different in that aspect. And also just meeting people who doesn't look like you, who you thought, okay, they're the fastest, they are cool people. You learn one thing or one or more things from them. So yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, it sounds wonderful. And man, I had made a commitment to pay. Well, we're not pacing it. We're sweepers for a race in Georgia. I guess we signed up, I don't know, 6 months ago. It's been a while since we've signed up, and if I hadn't made I'm sorry that I made the commitment. I wish I could make your race. Yeah, and that's the bad thing about talking to all the race directors. I want to go and do all of them. And then there's some that are just, I'm either out of town or I'm on travel and I just literally physically can't do it. And yours
It's all
is,
right. So you are behind the bib. So
I am behind the bib. I am, but
so,
I
so
can't
you'll
be
be there in
behind you.
spirit. You're behind the beam. Everybody's beam. Behind the beam podcast. So everybody will.
I will be behind the bib in spirit. I can't be behind all the bibs.
All the beam.
That's what I want to do.
Right.
I want to be behind all of the bibs.
All the beams, yeah.
So, are you to register for your race? Is it on Run Sign Up? Is that how do you register for Run with Kenyans?
Yeah, so it's on Run Sign Up. You can Google it. Run with Kenyans, Kalenjin Heritage 5K and 1 mile fun walk. It can be on my social media, Maverick Striders.
Okay, we're gonna have to spell that. So Maverick.
Yeah, Maverick, and then Striders like a stride.
Okay.
Striders.
Okay. Maverick Striders.
Yeah, on Facebook or on Instagram.
Okay, that's
so you
Facebook.
can go to our organization, Gotapka International. Do you remember the spelling, Gotapka?
Gotabjaa.
Yes.
And is that right?
Yes, you got it. Gotapka. Yeah. So Gotapka International, you can see their website of great things they do. It's a 501(c) nonprofit that helps a lot. They have a good mission in helping members for that organization and also that community awareness. And that's what they're bringing it here in Huntsville. They do a lot of things. So you can check their website and also you can go to their social medias and you will see they've posted a lot of things that they will be doing here in Huntsville and also the race itself. So Run with Kenyans, it's on Run Sign Up. And we'll be posting, look at your running groups around here in Huntsville. And if you see that, please sign up on June 22nd at 7:30. Gonna be fun.
Awesome. I will link in the show notes, like below. I will link the registration and then I will link the Gotapka, yeah. Okay.
Got it. Yes.
I'll get it. I'll link I'll provide the links to those things below in the show notes so that they can go to the show notes and it'll take it straight to your socials, to your Run Sign Up, to the International Association, and so that folks can find out more. Now, are you looking for volunteers if folks are not physically able, or have you already got your volunteer pool set?
I'm still looking for volunteers. So if you have volunteers, they can go to Maverick Striders socials on Facebook or Instagram and then DM me. And also within the Run Sign Up, we will have a volunteer that we'll send out so that you can just sign up.
Okay, all right. On the Maverick Striders. So if you're interested in volunteering for Run with Kenyans, then you can also DM Dr. Kigen in his Facebook or his Instagram as well, and I'll provide all that down below for folks.
Packet pickup, did you talk about that?
What was that?
Or for packet pickup, they can do it at Fleet Feet.
Oh, is it Fleet Feet Jones Valley or Fleet Feet Madison?
Jones Valley.
Fleet Feet Jones Valley.
Saturday between 12 and 6.
That's on Friday, you said?
No, Saturday.
Saturday between 12 and 6. So the run is on Sunday?
Yes.
Oh, in my head this whole time it was on Saturday. Okay.
It's Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. The run is on Sunday morning. Okay, awesome. I'll be sure to put that in there as well. Yes, and so packet pickup is at Fleet Feet, Jones Valley. And then I'll put all the links down below for folks to be able to go and register for your event. And then now we have come to my favorite part of the show. And that is one of the parts that I have found is, I don't know, it just captures my heart in a way that I haven't been able to capture in other areas. And I love speaking to people about running and about racing and about all of these other things. But one of the things that I have found that has united us the most through all of my different discussions so far is through this piece of advice, right? So I ask all of the folks that come on the show, do you have one piece of advice for our listeners out there? And it has become my favorite part because we as I've been talking to people, it's just like there's so much more that unites us than divides us. And every single time, it's just solidified even more. So, no pressure, but do you have, before we go this afternoon, do you have one piece of advice for our listeners? It doesn't have to be running, it could be life, it could be anything. Do you have one piece of advice to share?
So I have an advice. I'll not say it's one because it's a connection of, I can paraphrase some of the things that have helped me myself
Okay.
as a person and also as a runner is um, we all complain about time, that we don't have time. So there's a lot of guidelines out there and recommendation on how much you should run. So the common one is that you should run 3 to 5 days a week, 3 to 5 days a week at a moderate pace. A lot of people don't know what moderate means. So if you can have a conversation as you run and you walk with your partner or somebody you're running with, if you start not completing sentences, it's called a talk test. So that's almost gauges you like a moderate. So do that 3 to 5 days, at least 20 to 60 minutes.
Okay.
Every day. No, not every day, 3 to 5 days. You can do it every day. We encourage 7 days a week. So a lot of folks will say, I don't have time. But guess what? Research has shown that if you can, even though we encourage 30 minutes of moderate exercise, physical activity per day, you can actually do it 10 minutes, let's say in the morning, 10 minutes, noon, and 10 minutes in the evening. So if it accumulates to 30 minutes, it has the same health benefits as somebody just doing it at 30 minutes once at a go.
Really? So you don't have to do it in one chunk?
No.
You could split it up throughout your day.
Right. And you can do, at least 150 minutes per week. The more, the better. Okay. There's a lot of benefits of just you working out and moving out there than just sitting. So if somebody cannot do 20 minutes, if they can do 10 minutes, let them do that 10 minutes, so long as they're just moving forward. Okay. And that connects with, what MLK, and I like this quote, MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. So if you cannot fly, they say run. And, if you can run, you can walk. And if you cannot walk, try to crawl. And if you cannot crawl, so long as you're moving forward, that's what you're encouraging. So if you're not a run, I cannot fly. If you're not a fly, if you think Kenyans can fly or can run, don't worry about it. Just crawl, walk, run, and eventually we can all fly. Yeah. So just get out there. Don't complain about time. Just moving, getting out there. Eventually, as we get older, yeah, there's a lot of benefit that stays, like that endurance, that's muscle strength. All that is almost like a bank. When every time you go out there is accumulating, so you can withdraw it later when you're older.
I love that. First of all, I love the quote. I love the consistency message. I love the coins in the coin jar is how I phrase it. I also say hay in the barn.
Yeah.
there's hay in the barn. You're putting hay in the barn. You're putting coins in the coin jar to withdraw from later.
And I can teach you some Swahili.
Oh, goody. Okay. All right. Oh man, I'm a little scared. I know I'm gonna butcher this. Okay,
No, you'll not.
but I'm gonna try really, really hard. Okay, tell me. Teach me.
Say pole pole ndio mwendo. Pole
Pole,
pole
pole,
dio
dio,
mwendo.
muendo.
Slow and slow wins the race.
Pole, pole,
Dio mwendo.
dio, muendo.
Haraka haraka haina.
Oh, there's a lot more. Hang on.
Okay, pole pole. So it's POLE. And then POLE again. Ndio is NDIO.
Okay.
And then muendo, MWENDO. Muendo.
I spelled that. I actually spelled that all correctly. Okay.
Pole pole ndio muendo. Like, you've heard about the slow by slow wins the race. Yeah. Slow. And then the other side is haraka.
Haraka.
Haraka. Haraka haraka. Haina baraka. So, haina is HAINA. And then baraka is BARAKA. Baraka means blessing. So it means hurry has no blessing.
I love that. So pole pole, indio
Window.
muendo,
Mhm.
haraka haraka, hyena baraka.
Ha! You say it.
Really?
Yeah. Haraka haraka ina baraka. Hari hari has no blessing. So, so long as you're chipping that thing slowly by slowly, then you're all good. Yeah. Don't
Oh,
compare
I
don't
love
compare yourself
that.
with other people. If they are fast, it's fine. We started by saying the distance is the constant. Just take your pace, take your time. Haraka haraka haina baraka. So hari hari has no, just get up there.
Hurry, hurry has no blessing. My goodness, that is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to make a little thing, and that's going to go on the Instagram socials to go with that because I love it. And what an appropriate saying for behind the bib.
Yeah. You can borrow it. Take it with you.
I will absolutely. Well, speaking of blessings, you truly have been one this afternoon, Dr. Kigen. Um, thank you so much for connecting with me across all of the socials. And folks, if you haven't heard of Run with Kenyans, please don't be intimidated because it is about the community. It's about moving together. It is about this holistic, beautiful thing that we call health and family and home. And so go out on June 22nd, join these amazing people on the Run with Kenyans. And the run sign up is going to be linked below so that you can go directly to their registration page. Packet pickup will be at Fleet Feet the Friday before or the Saturday before, correct? And go out and enjoy a Sunday morning celebrating community, home, and fitness and health. And with that, Dr. Kigen, thank you so much for coming on Behind the Bib. I appreciate you being here so very, very much and giving up your Sunday afternoon to speak with me.
I'm happy.
And we will certainly see you the next time you're Behind the Bib.
Behind the bib. Keep doing a good job. That's how you get the word out there. And you're doing amazing. I've listened every time I drive. I'm looking for your podcast and at Spotify, and that's what I look at. And it's just amazing to listen to. We all have a common thing, just encouraging everybody to be out there. And I love Huntsville. That's what they do. And you can see my phone number is 50503. So that's a zip code for Portland. So Portland, I wanted to move out of Tennessee to go to Portland because of that vibrant running community. But now, a few years ago, Huntsville was out there, was among the first, like the fastest growing city, like that people want to move in, people are running. It's almost like a small LA in the South. So it's
Huntsville is amazing.
yeah, and I was like, I'm not going to Oregon, I'm coming to Huntsville. So
Huntsville is amazing, and our running community here is amazing, and it's growing and it's thriving, and it's like you can run with the fastest of the fast here, and you can run with the slowest of the slow, maybe with people like me.
all of us, we're out there.
There's all kinds.
Everybody's included. Let's keep the movement. The movement, that's what matters. Let's all move.
Yeah, exactly. It's like exactly. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, thank you so much for being on the show this afternoon. I very much look forward to seeing it, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, man.
All right, take care.
Take care. Namaste.